What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Smack Like That. We're here for another weekly wrap-up of boxing. Man, thank you, Showtime. So many years, you provided great performances. Booked a lot of great fighters to give us something to do on the evenings, usually the weekends. So definitely want to give y'all praise for that, and thank you to Steven Espinoza and the whole Showtime, from the commentators, the announcers, to everyone that was able to put on a great show, the boxers. Thank you for so many years. Can't wait to see what's in store for Amazon taking over boxing, since this past weekend was the last weekend that we'll have Showtime boxing. So let's get right into it. Chris Colbert, looking to really put a stamp on him doing his thing, but it didn't add up to that. We haven't seen Chris Colbert be dominant since the fight before Hector Garcia, where Hector Garcia knocked him down for the first time in Colbert's career in the 7th round in 2022. Colbert ended up losing on the cards to that. Hector Garcia ended up fighting Gervonta Davis in January and losing by a stoppage. But like I said, that was Chris Colbert's first time getting knocked down, his first loss. He didn't make any excuses. He said he's going to come back better. So he had to fight Jose Venezuela. He fought him early in 2023 of March. It wasn't his best performance, but he won. Wasn't by much, but he won on the cards. And some people said the judges got it wrong and it was a controversial decision. So Venezuela definitely thought he won. There's other people who boxed and who used to box that said they believe he won. So Chris Colbert said, the Brooklyn native said, okay, let's run it back. And I like that when the guy's like, all right, I'm going to do it again. I'm with it. But this time he came up super short. He got knocked out. Got stopped in the 6th round. Knocked out cold. First time we ever seen Chris Colbert hit the canvas like that, and glad he's okay. Once he came to, he quickly exited the ring after the fight was over. He's not one to make excuses. The Brooklyn native said he'll be back. This is not it for him. And we all love a comeback story. So he's still young. I believe he's 17-2 now. So hopefully he can come back. I don't know what needs to change. Get his mind right, body right, not sure. But get him right so he can come back as the primetime Chris Colbert that we know. So on top of that, shout out to Jose Venezuela. Got to give him props. He thought he won last time they fought in March. He came back in December, and he really put the postage stamp on that and got Chris Colbert out of there. So we'll see what's in store for both of them. But let's get to this main event. David Morrell Jr. versus Senia Adbeko. I apologize if I got his name wrong. I'm human. If I got his name wrong, me apologize. Okay? Both knockout artists. Morrell Jr., 8 knockouts before this fight. 9-0. 8 by way of knockout. And then you had Adbeko, 28-2 with 22 wins by knockout. So somebody getting knocked out. Going into this match, you had to know, if you watched it, somebody getting knocked out or something stopping. It ain't going the distance. Smell like that. And what happened? It did not go the distance. This 168-pound bout was a great finish to Showtime boxing. So David Morrell with the stoppage. Won in the 2nd round. After seeing the 1st round, I figured it might go to the 4th. Good thing I'm not a Ben man. It got stopped the very next round. You had the ref step in between, say no mas when it came to Adbeko. Adbeko was getting hit, just kept getting hit, and he was like this. He wasn't hitting back. And the ref did what he's supposed to do. And Adbeko, I salute him as a man and as a true competitor for be like, in the beginning when you're in the midst of, you're like, why are you stopping the fight? But then when you saw the replay, you're like, the ref did what he's supposed to do. The ref supposed to make sure they get home to their loved ones. And thank God, and to the higher-ups, they able to both walk out the ring and go home to their loved ones. Don't know if it will be a rematch, but Becco did say he's probably thinking about moving down to 160 or another weight class down. That's just a lot of weight for him to do. Like, he said it's easy for him to make 160. And I guess being in that sport where you have to make a certain weight, some people's body frames and their genetics is not easy for them to make and decrease in weight. So I understand when people say, I'm going to stay right here because this is where I'm comfortable. You can't knock them for it. So for him, I think he said he feels more natural at 160 and not 168, or he might go down past 160. But, 168, now you got Morrell Jr. 10-0. 9 knockouts. You got the Mexican monster who won Canelo, which we hope we get that in 2024. But we'll see. Morrell, he's on a tear. We don't know what's next for him, but just know he keep this up, he's destined for greatness. So I just like seeing these young guys get their shots and they really tearing it up. Optimistic with Amazon taking boxing from Showtime now, doing boxing on Amazon. It's no more Showtime boxing, so we gotta give them their fair shake, see what they can do. They got Thursday Night Football, now they got boxing. What other sport they gonna get? Amazon taking over. But I just want to say thank you to everyone over at Showtime. Thank you for putting on this great performance for years. Thank you to the boxers for giving us fans these fights that y'all have given us. Thank you. But make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, turn them notifications on because we still got some more fights that I'm going to do a recap of. So be back here next week for the recap because we still got Anthony Joshua in his fight and Deontay Wilder in his fight. If they both win their fights, we should be able to see them in 2024. That's what's supposed to happen. So let's hope. I hope it's great. I hope they got some hard-hitting knockouts coming next weekend. But we'll see. But until then, y'all can catch me here on YouTube or catch me on Twitch at Smack Like That. Y'all know my mentality. Keep a go smack mentality no matter what you got going on in life. And trust me, you're going to achieve greatness. Until next time, Smack Like That!